Okay, day 2 snack time. Now, have any of you ever been to a wedding? I know I've been to many of them, and don't you always eat wedding cake when you go to a wedding? Well, it's kind of fun to think about where the idea of marriage even came from. Did you know that the book of Genesis, the word Genesis means beginnings, the book of Genesis has all the major truths of Scripture starting right there. One is that God created the first family. That was the famous first, a first family. Do you remember who the people were in the first family? Did you say Adam and Eve? That was the first marriage that God made. And that's our example. One man, and then he made one woman. And that's how God has it, a man and a woman, and they get married at a wedding. So we are going to have some wedding cake to remember that at the very beginning, God was not only making all the animals and the plants and the world, but he was also setting in place all things like marriage and the first family. So here's our cake. Here's some punch. If you want to make this, if you happen to have white grape juice and ginger ale, you can mix those equal parts and make a punch, but you can really just use whatever you want. Now, if you don't happen to have wedding cake, something that would work for that, you could use some other kind of little cakes if you happen to have them, or cupcakes. If you don't have anything to do with that, here's just a different idea. This is completely different, but it's 6 of lots of different things. You could pick what you want in your house that you've got 6 of, and that just kind of reminds us how many days God was busy creating. 6 days, okay? So I picked pretzels, goldfish, and some other things. You pick what you want. All right? So happy eating. We'll see you tomorrow.